Good morning and welcome to our first edition for this morning of we morning show, True Talk Morning Show on True Talk FM 98.5 FM. And also you get to our Facebook page, True Talk FM, and also on our YouTube this morning. We bring the program now Ishmael Saidukan. Well, today we want to talk about the Child Marriage Act. Of course, we know the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone they do engagements on that particular law day, and also waiting and also don't they do on human rights based approach to sexual reproductive rights. Well, we get in the studio this morning for let we discuss this and other things them around their own departments as then they deal with gender business. Join me in the next 1 hour so we can talk about them particular things there. So let us go for this break. We'll come, we will continue. Welcome back to True Talk Morning Show on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. You also get to in our Facebook page, True Talk FM, and also we YouTube channel. Well, in the studio, I get with Mariama Finda Sawane. We are the Senior Human Rights Officer, Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs at the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone. Mariama, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
All right. So, well, let we start for talk about on our Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs. Which one do they do?
Good morning, listeners. As the presenter don't just present me, Mariama Finda Sawane from the Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs. The Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs is attached to the Human Rights Commission. So before I talk about the Directorate of Gender, let me first of all talk about the commission who get the directorate. Okay. And so the Human Rights Commission, we now the commission where government be done put in place for let them promote and protect the rights of all person alone. Be you black, you know, the mean you be, you color, you race on everything. We there for promote and protect your right. And the directorate and the commission get in function, and one of the function I will tell you to do so today on our public education on issues them of human rights violations and issues them of human rights concern. And so in the commission we get directorate them we responsible for certain activities, certain office them where they look at. And what we come under the Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs, and the Directorate where they look into woman picking, girl picking, and persons with disability issues. So now Directorate are come out, and the Directorate they do boku work. And not just it as a directorate like that, it did like a directorate way functionable. And one of our job as a directorate now for document issues of woman picking, persons with disability, violations that when they commit, and things that what government they do, where they promote the rights of women and picking and persons with disability, and also with the do public educations in schools, we dey do public educations in communities, we dey do public education in any area where we feel say it dey of a concern to the Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs. And we not dey only do public education, we also dey monitor institutions them like the FSU, we dey monitor FSUs, especially in the area of the Sexual Offences Act, or now the Act of 2009, amended 2019. So that one day what we dey do, we can go look the implementation of that Sexual Offences Act, how the FSU implements that particular act there. And also with the monitor Rainbow Center, One Stop Center, we all know say sexual penetration, gender-based violence, especially a reporting case after you go to police, the next outside they send you now for go now either at the Rainbow Center or you go to One Stop Center, and what make you to go there for sexual penetration, you know, saying and then go able for tell we what happen or what not happen. So we can go there also for go monitor how then they take care of victims them, where they go at the place, waiting and they do to victims, then the treatment that they give and they get the correct treatment or the correct checkup, where they go for go do that. We know also they do that. They will also monitor also court sitting, like in the case wherein we get any sexual penetration case with gender-based violence, any issue will relate to the Directorate of Gender, we can go to court for go monitor for see how the courts they observe the human rights standards in and handle cases of sexual penetration as well as gender-based violence, and how then they treat even the perpetrator within at the court and also the victim within at the court. So we get a lot of things them we do as a directorate. But for now, let me just stop here and say.
So what not be on a success stories as a directorate?
We don't get a lot of success stories, and one of the things so I refuse to talk about, and I like we always they try for make sure say them picking there will get an issue there, the victims them. We always they try for say then get the injustice. And in that aspect, if na gender-based violence, we don't get a lot of successes where in somebody then don't get it like your husband in a house. When I get an issue of like palaver, when I fight and beat you, everything. If you count and now we DEX as the Directorate of Gender, we can always the monitor and the police for CC the right thing to be done. And also we don't see cases the Musai picking the we can't talk about sexual we talk about the early married. We don't say person don't come with in case when a picking, say they want for married at an early age, and the commission, especially through the Directorate of Gender, involved into that particular issue and make sure say and put an end to that particular marriage, and the picking go back to school. And we don't see we say picking married and the man discipline and beat and serious one, you can report the matter after investigation. We then go police and do all the investigation. We'll be take the picking car and go na Don Bosco. If we didn't at Don Bosco for some time, but later on we decide for reconcile him again to his family because Don Bosco na holding center for some time, and after which you go. So we get a lot of stories where we don't restore families them who don't broke, who don't counter, and picking them who get involved into sexual penetration, and we don't say we don't follow cases them who they're not even sent to court.
So amidst their own successes, there are some most on the face series of challenges them. Within are some of the go for outline of
a lot of challenges, especially into the to the populace, and especially in the area of sexual penetration. One of the challenges that we can always face in where we go for good do now the aspect of compromise, and people then most of the time can want for compromise that particular incident because sometimes some man can say now you fumble if you can't go to police then go and then go look and just know what you profit you, so the best you can do just left and no more do so low can talk on our host, and so they can draw the case from the police and then they can go na host for go talk. And recently, wise will be the out what they do with education on this prohibition of the Child Marriage Act. Some of the points they move them make out, even though we don't do monetary and we get challenges them one like for the police they get challenges of logistics, they get challenges of mobility, and get a lot of challenges. Like we now so we get a challenge say people they know they come out for can with and talk because some man they feel say if I can't talk and just on a family business, I go spoil family. So like when they go out, we can always tell and say, it not mean say because now you fumble, now you don't do this act, but for the mere fact that you fumble don't penetrate you picking, come out and say it and say that this person do harm. If they investigate, they find out guilty, then the law they take in course. But most of the time now compromise in that area and sometimes some man kick out and complain where you don't can report, we can do on the follow up. You can just decide on for say I not agree again, I not able again, I don't tire. Even though if we they try for go in for law, we get more information and law will pursue into the police and do other thing. They say like in the case where we be get with one picking 15 years old picking, where in married, the man beat her mercilessly. What happened? It reached the time Nani picking Tawa say he want return back to his family. And also na free-to-air happen, na Krube happen. Okay. So we talk to the pikin, we looking for counsel and follow, we go bring and come in, for let go understand what it really mean, what the man don't do to her. But it not happen last way because it reached the time the pikin say in case don't spoil, and because in case don't spoil, in they go back na house. They go back to the man. I would say if you go to that man, if you say they go beat you back, but it's our with all way to we do that picking it our, you know, allow we at all. Follow we go through the process, follow we able for take and through the police process and also take and through DPP process. If the case be charged to court, let the case be charged, nothing like that. And also one of the challenges that we will also get is that people they're always there in the haste of getting the results. When you go report case of sexual penetration at police, you get to be patient a little bit and allow the police and also the Human Rights Commission for do their work. But sometimes there are some parents then because of the kind way if he say now so he feels say they don't penetrate in Peking allegedly, you want let the thing happen very fast. So it do all kinds of possible for let the thing happen. So we can get cases so parents then can do that and they're not able to get better information. We go stand as an evidence to you case where you can go because any case will reach to the DPP, the only thing we go make it charge them now we get a lot and lot of evidence. But if you not get an evidence based on anything, it definitely go dismiss and say no get case. But if you allow the police for let them go through and allow the Human Rights Commission follow work out the way for work out, let them able to forget the right thing, then definitely you go able to forget justice at the end of the day. But people they always in the haste for let them get a result.
All right, well the program now Two Talk Morning Show on Two Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Me na Ishmael Serukanu. And at the studios, I get with me Maria Mafinda Sawane, Senior Human Rights Officer, Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs, now the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone. Let me just take this short break. We can talk about the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. Back to Two Talk Morning Show on Two Talk Radio 98.5 FM. You also they watch me on Facebook on Two Talk FM and also now we YouTube channel. Well, we want for now turn our attention to the Prohibition of the Child Marriage Act, and una be done to do engagements in relation to that. First of all, as a commission, how una feel we Parliament begin for enact this particular law?
If I say I will feel something on that statement, we're over happy because we self be done the part of that particular activity dey take to wetin happen so. And before this time, we know so we get with Child Rights Act, and this particular provision be there inside the Child Rights Act. But the Child Rights Act they delay for personal parliament, and you will not say now say marriage of pikin and don boku. So the first lady take up on in own office and say it stand for this particular one. You do a private member bill, we send a parliament, and at the end of the day, this particular act come into being. One for say thank you to the first lady and all the one that will put hand on deck for let that particular act they come into being. We're so happy because we self be don't tire for the year. They say 13 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old, 16, 17-year-old picking. What for them at school? It didn't marry those. And what do you mean for the future? Now, like a future, a blink, a dark. Because if the foundation, then someone would they come up, now then are the foundation for we nation. But if their foundation and they be shaking, definitely the nation will also be shaking. So if we not get the kind of caliber of people and for rule after where the old one wants and go don't pass and go, that definitely the country not go get a better headway. So we're so happy because picking married, not too bad. It gets a negative impact on the life of the family as well as the nation as a whole. Because if Pikin go married at the age of 17, Pikin born Pikin, how you go able to take care of her? Pikin go married at the age of 13, then Pikin born Pikin, how that Pikin will take care of her? It gets a lot and lot of things, first of all, for develop because it didn't in teenage wood state. And if before they transition to adults, must know what they go through all before it pass woman. So we're so happy as a commission, in as much as we don't do Bokuti, but we're happy specifically that this act come into being.
Yes, you mentioned earlier, we'll begin for talk that una be don't get challenges in relation to early child marriage. So, waiting una feel say this particular law will try for address.
This law gets a lot and lot of things for address. My brother, if you go through the act, I remember, I just want to give a scenario where we did upline, where the Ministry of Gender, the representative of Ministry of Gender will do a presentation on the act. Maybe they try for tell we waiting the act they address. Now one man ala egomona o. Now the woman say egomona. I say no, this is not egomona. The only thing no come be responsible picking. You understand? So the act gets a lot and lot. First of all, the act criminalize what we call child married. That's to say anybody who marry picking, you are criminal. And the law go hold you bad one.
Picking up one day below 18.
Picking at one day below the age of 18. As you see you there, 17 and 9 months. 17 and 11 months. Pass 17 and 12 months for go 18. That means you need to pick again. But once you deal within the range, then you not picking. And the law totally condemn that particular act there. And the law also they provide say you man will say picking now for told you wife. You get penalties that will also go for take hold of you. If you decide for saying na picking and no more you they married. One of the things is that if you marry Piki, first of all, below the age of 18, and they come to the notice of the law people, and somebody go report you also, and they can't notice, say, yes, this Piki they below the age of 18, either they charge you to court for 15 years or you pay 100 million. That first alone, don't tell you, say, come on, be a small Piki. Because if they married entirely where they do not reach 100 million, they don't charge you for case where you pay 100 million, also you go pull out. So don't tell you, say, you for come on, be there. Then also, the law gets another thing where tell we say, not only the one where they married the Pekin and gets problem. Even the one where they collaborate, the one where they join hands together with that Pekin or the family members therefore make sure say that Pekin go into marriage at an early age, you get a crime. That particular law day. The law tell we say if you do that day, you back get the same consequences for pay like the one where don't marry the Pekin. And also you not talk so. It say also, if you go meet up Piki married, or they invite you for Piki married, you can't sit down for that married day, and you take part in the married, you organize the married or tell you it's at the married, una all glad, una happy for the married, then they can't notice that Piki na Piki, and you don't take part of that married day, the Lord they bet you bad one. Because you know for take part in Piki married. If you notice say this na Piki, report the matter immediately. Say, me that married they invite me, but I know they go simply because the pikin where I see her na underage, and because na underage, me I know they part of the marriage. But if you they part of that marriage, then means you back there for the law get for bet you. And also, it talk about the one who they cohabit waiting a cohabit, one more they take pikin, can go na house, no marry down, do nothing for the pikin, e just take a no more lesson 10 and then pikin the hold in a street, he say, this na street pikin, and they take her to go put am. But if you people and can no say, you don't cohabit with that pikin, you deal with an house, you live with her like your husband and wife, and a crime back you back don't commit to that particular. It gets a lot of things there. You get penalties them, and you get also waiting at the penalties the way they pay. You get one where they pay 50 million and you go 10 years. You get the one where they pay 100 million and you go 15 years. So the law gets a lot of things them they would affect for the picking them.
And this brings me to an engagement. Somebody go say, me I not be no, say na so the law on day. And I believe say one of the reasons and they make una do no engagement.
Yeah, and because this na new act, just June, and they sign the act, and if you know, some man go down here, he say acts don't come out, what they call the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. But you know, even know what's in the inside that act, the provision they would inside that particular act. So now the reason that they make we sponsor there when the UNFPA decide for fund we as a commission follow we go round now the regions, all the regions of Sierra Leone will be there last week, and for tell people about this particular act, because when you will go, what will they talk? Some man they say, well, we don't hear you, but nobody no ever can tell we say now this particular thing, this act they try for talk about. But thank God, una the Human Rights Commission, una don't can't today for can give we the provisions there what they inside the act, and even that may make some man say, we get laws them where as a community what will be the look at where somebody marry pikin, but with the coming of this new act, they can boost we working out together, so that with we own bylaws the way we get our community plus the acting owner put together, they can make a farm, they can farm and now make her now strong now, so that person no go just go like that no more and take pikin and marry them. So where we go now the communities them, especially like me go now the eastern parts of Kenema, I go Shegbema and Kenema, I will go now the community. One particular man they will tell me something, will be tell me something about a marriage they invite him. He say invite him at the wedding. He go to this wedding, but when he go, he notice say the pikin was sit down when they can't married now underage. So he confronts the family. He tell them say, Papa, what happened? This pikin I notice say na underage pikin. Then the person for me not to underage. He said this for me na big pikin. They ask her what make you feel say na big pikin. He say because the pikin will take contraceptive. And the pikin they waka waka. So what the pikin they do than they all, meaning the pikin don't reach for marriage, let him marry now. Then the man say no. We buy laws even before we go. Then we don't they operate. But then that particular thing we'll talk inside now, inside the acts, they not be getter. But the bylaws will bind in the community or na the region, now then take hold of and then hold the man say no. We not go allow this pikin married below this age. This na pikin, the money and the family members they now the village don't get a tussle. So some man can just don't know more say because the pikin don't pull Bobby and Bobby don't big. But one thing one we know is that pikin and they will they grow. As you born there, inside 1, 2, 3 years, they don't get that, like you say, they put fertilizer pad there. Before you remember, they don't grow. We see now, you say, this is a big pikin. But really, not a big pikin, we checking age. Now small pikin. So because of that, there's some man they say, because the pikin don't pull Bobby, let the pikin marry. Or sometimes some man can say, because the pikin, they say, they go to boyfriend, they jump one to one, now men marry. No means say, even all together, the pikin gets your issue. But your issue now, what you say now, if you go married, now in a crime to the pikin in your own rights.
Okay. Now, the engagement and how impactful an officer will be when it comes to let people and get knowledge about this act.
It gets for be impactful because the kind of people who we engage.
Okay.
You know when you go now any house, you defend the spot the one where you feel say this now the most important person na that particular house day. If I touch to this person, all man at that house day go able for your wetin I talk. So the kind of people that we engage, now get for make the get a very great impact now the lives of the people in that particular regions that we occupy. Like we engage the traditional leaders, and we all know say now then are the custodians of the law. Now then get the law, now then community then they now then they talk to the people in Yeri. And so because if we go no more, we say we just go hold the youth today. Waiting youth get for do, even though they get their own part for play, but in that aspect of disseminating the message and let it be thorough na the traditional leaders. We also engage with what we call the religious leaders, and we all know say na then get the mosques, na then get the churches where then they preach to people. And if we engage the religious leaders with them preaching and involving prohibition of child marriage into their preaching, that meaning the message they go wide and far. And also we talk to market women there, and then we talk to youth groups. Even school pikin and they part of we, even health workers and they part of we. So them caliber of people and the way we meet, then give we confidence for tell we say yes. After when they don't receive this kind of message, then go for try for friend way how it go reach out to the one that will not be the part of the engagement. So we very sure say them message and go create a very good impact and changes go take place in the communities and the one that will be done they involve into issues of early marriage, then go no say now law day and then go stop for do am. And we girl picking there. Even with boy picking, not for say the law are just for girl picking, because some man go say in a girl picking no more they talk but no, they say picking. So when they say picking, na generic name now for everybody, boy or girl or what's you na picking, you na boy na girl and they call it picking. So even boy picking themselves, they part of this particular act here. So even with boy picking them back, they will get chance now for let them back learn something and be somebody in a society.
All right, so how many communities or districts are they target?
We target all the districts in na Salone.
Okay.
The 5 go na the regions them. The 5 regions we go Kabbalah, we go northwest, we go the north, we go south, we go east, and we go western area. All them districts then we target them. And it was just a day engagement, especially for the prohibition of the child marriage. But what do we do in that particular aspect? We take on into the village there. Because the prohibition of child marriage, one of the things will make government pass this act now because they notice say boku picking and they married below the age of 18. And most of the areas that they happen are the rural areas. And if you watch the act, they say over 8,000 picking them below the age of 15 to 19, they into early marriage at this time. And so because of that, they will see say the rural areas, now then this thing they affect so greatly, now they will take that particular statement, that information, we take on into the rural areas. Like the one that will come at the western area, then go to Tomo. Na Tomo then do. Like we will go na the eastern province, we go na Shegwema. Then the one will go na the south, then go Pujong. The one that will go na the north, then go Kabbalah. And the one that will go na northwest, then go Port Loko. So now so we scatter ourselves so that the regions then where na the increase of child marriage, then we'll get the information.
Okay. So the picking them, the girl picking them, a big win for them, this particular locality. Yes,
a very big win for them. I'll give you a scenario of a picking who can report. Waiting made that picking we can report now because the Human Rights Commission be they out and talk. We don't they talk about. I'm not like saying that at that time it was consent where they say okay now the picking will say me I want married. You understand? But this time, not to the PQ, whether I give consent or not, you not get right for their marriage. If you know, the law debate you. So when the Human Rights Commission be they out, they do the public education, then talk about this child married. And this PQ I can see say, in education they at stake. Because the previous week after the engagement, they prepare for their marriage. So the PQ, where you don't get that information, he run can to the commission, he report the matter, the commission intervene and stop the marriage and send the pikin back. And the pikin go to college, up to college. So now a big win for them pikin, they will feel say, them be don't them parents there, then guardians them, their family them, don't they violate their rights of going to education simply because they want to let them marry before time. You know, say we get one particular set of people since say, what the pikin marry quick, they born quick, you know, get beaucoup problem so that you go able for make a pikin they go remain and now they all go grow together before they reach 20, 30, it go don't born all in pikin there. So and then if they really affect, like me so I teach, I be they get issues of pikin there where the people that they can't take na school. They carry them go. What they carry them go after 1-2 years, who ask them now, that pikin don't marry, they don't want self one pikin. And if them pikin also say them be willing for let them go into marriage. But because the parent they feel say their time don't reach for let them marry, then they force them into the marriage and then get married. And so them picking and they waiting them before B. If them before continuing education, it don't stop. But now with this coming of this act, where the pikin and say for we can go to school them, we dey talk about this and let the pikin and back aware because if the pikin aware, if my mama for force her to marry, now I go to map now say no, my mommy and I married though, and papa government say any pikin marry below the age of 18 na crime. So if the pikin get that awareness there, we know say we pikin a feature them bright.
All right, now, Una as a commission, how important this particular lobby for let Una continue for achieve Una aim we can to gender business and we can to the picking their own rights?
A very much important because especially for the area of woman to the commission. You know, say this country don't tell the cry say woman they don't left behind.
Yes.
Woman they don't left behind. Woman they don't consider woman there. But first of all, the first thing first will happen. Now the Giwi Act will pass na parliament. That Giwi Act now it make we see and say this particular act will come is very much important because you know say the Giwi Act make provision say 30% quota for be given to woman there. And so if commission we talk what we talk about rights, and one of the rights we try for talk about is even right to education. And also we talk about the right to education. We talk also a right to political participation. So if we they talk about una rights there and their right they not be protected, then meaning we not they say nothing. But if now this act don't come, backed up with the Giwi Act, then woman there. The right to political participation, where we the campaign, where we the commission they talk about, the right to education, where we the commission they talk about, the right to your social life and being, where we the commission they talk about. That meaning if that don't come, then we so we applause to we because then right then they don't be given directly to the people that we own.
Okay, now very important for let we get the law, but implementing the law now another aspect. Also go on the play for monitor how this law go be implemented. Una commit crime, make sure say una follow through. I know say una mandates not reach for prosecute anybody, but for follow through, monitor say the perpetrators them and bring them to book.
When the act come for can help everybody. And they get people them way the station where get for take part in monitoring or where you get for reports to. So what we can do as a commission, in as much as we know we name no indicates and the act say you can take any report to the Human Rights Commission.
Okay.
The first post they wouldn't talk about, they say the nearest police station. The other people there, the Ministry of Gender, Social Welfare, then also talk about service delivering people, like they nurse them there, they talk about the chief administrator and the council, they talk about paramount chief and all that thing there. So what we can do, in as much as we there in the aspect of promoting your rights, we just there for monitor them people there where they implement this particular act. Like if somebody can report to you, then it don't tell you say that this don't happen, then you as a police, you don't do nothing. That person can't away. That at the time we will step in. Say no. You know, say the act provides say, picking up for marriage this age, and this picking up can report to you. He say you not do this one. Waiting they happen. We get for investigate. We get for know waiting they happen. Well, what can happen? What we don't do the investigation there? We not get nothing for do. We go do recommendation and forward them to the people that we concern.
Okay. Now this particular law as it gets so much accolade across the world. People in the ALC, well, so I don't know, move a step forward when it comes to human rights business. How proud would I be as a commission for get an international accolade when it comes to this law?
We're very much proud. So I don't signed to the entity there, but long time. Okay. It just now follow we come into and domesticate and now in our own country. And the reason that they make we try for talk for let the Child Rights Act also be passed. Because the Child Rights Act na be originally gets this particular thing as I just say. And so if we don't sign to then thing and they now the treaty, but we won't sign say yes, so we want to be part of this, and we the sign say we will implement it and we will pass it as law in our country. And at the end of the day, we will not pass it. That meaning anytime with the Human Rights Commission, they go now the international world, especially they go to NANRI and Gandhi, they go to Institution of Human Rights conferences, they go talk about the act, they no laws there. So anytime we go, what thing they happen? Then they remind we say, una be don't sign to certain thing them. But up till now, una not try for put into una law. What thing they happen? But you know, when Sierra Leone go, this time we Sierra Leone go to Geneva, we don't want for go talk. One of the things for so they do now applaud Sierra Leone. They say they applaud Sierra Leone simply because they don't pass the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. And a plus to we as a human rights, because when they do grading the human rights, when they try for grade the Human Rights Commission nationwide, like the Institution of Human Rights, when they come together for grade Sierra Leone, then we no say now say Sierra Leone don't pass the, and then thing and then they can look to when they either grade we to grade A, grade B, because most of the thing that we will sign to with the domesticator in our own law.
So how una will continue with our engagement then, because enough will be a one of something, and apart from community engagement, it's not the other platform they want to use.
Would they use schools?
Okay.
Would they go to schools? Would they go most of the time? Would they go to slum areas? And also, would they can like within a radio? So would they can a radio? Would they go to radio? Would they talk? And also, we can get what we call workshops. Then all that thing the way they try for bring people in together. So we not go for stop, because not a thing we don't start today. The act just can't for can give more yeah. But the commission of itself does start for do this particular job long time before. Before 2007, where the Child Rights Act came into being, the commission don't they do one. And so now, just no more now for support, no more now, what will we don't they do? And we'll continue for do with public education in schools. We'll continue to engage stakeholders in the communities, and we'll continue also for go to radios and also slum areas, especially the regions. We'll continue for go into the interiors for let we tell people and say this act, you know, even though it don't come out, in order they sleep they awake.
Okay. Now, una don't move to communities them, as you mentioned. I don't go to schools them. Una they do media engagement as well. The commission, they foresee any challenges them, like way una they do them una work as well.
Yes. That now no work not the way they do, you know, get a challenge. No work not the. And first of all, one of the biggest challenge the commission they get is that for go out, for go tell people about this message, na money take.
Okay.
Na money. The commission not able to generate money for itself. What in the commission they do, governments na in they give we subventions. And part of the subvention they na in working together with public education, where we can get with radio engagement, and then subvention in the courts they give we, then we'll go do what they do. And also we can also get donors them, like the UNFPA will sponsor we in this particular round, trip we do, and they can come in, then they support we, follow we do we work. And also UNDP back can also support we, like last year it was UNDP what support we, where we go to the rangers, then where we go talk about the different laws that hard to reach community. You get forget motorcar or you get bikes. And if we get all the things and they put together, we'll be able to move and go very fast. But if we want to make a move and we not get the kind of mobility where we get just few one, we're not be able to reach every side. Okay. And that now one big other one where they Hamburg way.
So when I get statistics for show how prevalent child marriage we don't be na salon, we inform some of our movement then. Okay,
well, we not get holistic statistics.
Okay.
We dey work with FSU, we dey work with Rainbow Center or One Stop Center. Okay. So what we can do, like what we want for do with State of Human Rights reports. Now them people in there with the contact, because nobody they not go beat like us, you can direct to the commission. The only way you can come to the commission sometimes, you can direct if you know about the commission, but sometimes now you don't go to police, and most of the time some people like you say police they drag or sometimes they delay, they feel say they don't delay the matter, then they can't away. So we not go able to forget holistic statistics say from this year to from this time to this time that this will record now. What will they do? Will they work with FSU? Because all gender-based violence issues, they report them first to the FSU. and the FSU the documenter. And then also they can go to the Rainbow Center the documenter. So what we want a holistic or want a statistics, and then people and they with the contact. Forget the statistics of domestic violence, forget the statistics of child marriage, forget the statistics of sexual penetration. Like in the aspect of child marriage, what we can go for doing monitoring at the police stations them, where they get information, but it's not common like what would they get like for domestic violence, because it's like people somehow awareness don't they come a little bit. So some man, I don't know if you're afraid and afraid for go report, or some man sometimes they don't know now say the awareness didn't afraid for do the act, but we know they get a report where like they will go say it 80, 90, 100, even though it did at the increase, but we know they get a normal that way they like it go happen.
All right, continue for day with me. The program now, Two Talk Morning Show on Two Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Me they bring the program now Ishmael Saidukanu. My studio guest today na Mariam Afinda Sawane. We na the Senior Human Rights Officer, Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs at the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone. We'll come, we'll talk briefly about the other engagement they do before we wrap up the program. Back to True Talk Morning Show on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. As I say, you also get we Facebook page, we na True Talk FM, and also now YouTube channel this morning. Well, today we talk human rights, and we don't discuss about the prohibition of the Child Marriage Act. And my studio guest is Mariam Afinda Sawane, Senior Human Rights Officer, na the Directorate of Gender and Children's Affairs, Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone. They don't talk about the engagement and so far about this particular act and the response they don't get from the community. Now also don't they do engagement on human rights based approach to sexual reproductive health rights. Which one I mean first of all when I say sexual reproductive health rights?
We don't do engagements, but this is the first where we don't project this particular act right to people. Even though we talk in passive, but this time round it's like we project them out. We make let people know about them. So when we talk about a reproductive health rights, we talk about a holistic right of a human being, the well-being of a particular person. And a reproductive health rights, now the right will make you, me, you, and that man the day, now this world here so today. And if that right be violated, then meaning you, me, and everybody not before then at this world. And but because we get what we call the reproductive health rights, then make mama then give back to so we today, what would they now what they talk so.
Okay, so when are the engagement them and waiting are the things they want to be done they say to people?
Well, we go first of all for go tell people them waiting a reproductive health rights. And we go for go talk say waiting don't they happen, we make the reproductive health rights don't be dormant than the lives of people them. And also we go for go project to people and tell and say this reproductive health rights is in existence, and also it involve what we call maternal mortality. We say picking in the born, then they die. Woman they born, they die. All day in the form of the reproductive health right. And also we don't also go and talk about the reproductive health right to woman them. We even go and extend that to man them back, because man them back get a reproductive right. Because if you see woman born, now because the man they in a functionable condition. If the man not there in a functionable condition, definitely that man not go born. So we go tell people and say the reproductive health right, one of the important rights will make me and you day on earth, a day in existence, and we observer. People them be the front at her. People they not be the look at and like say important. People they know say a day, but they not class and like saying anything. But we go now for go talk say yes, a day in existence, and let's work towards it, because it don't say where people in they die. Woman and they die when they go born. Pikin and they die. Sometimes now the pikin they die, sometimes now the woman they die, sometimes now the two they die together. And that's right, they be violated. And because if don't be violated, and a human rights concern, then make we go out today. And one of the umbrella article, the umbrella international treaty all we one of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it make emphasis say we forget a health and a privacy, health to privacy. So meaning, in as much as we did, when at that particular declaration, now it make we get the right to health, right to life, right to freedom of speech, right to association. In back, they emphasize say, the right to health and privacy is very much important to everybody.
One important thing we people and don't they see where they go for go born, picking, the nurse they know they treat them well. At times they need to talk to them fine. At times they whip them food stay with cane. When I don't they get reports of such, not the Human Rights Commission.
No, we not get reports of that. But when we go out on engagements, it come out.
Okay.
But for say somebody don't can report to we say, where I go born, then they talk by me, then they holler by me, then they beat me. Nobody no ever can tell the commission, can report say that don't happen. But in this way engagement with the community stakeholders, not only the stakeholders, even the health sector, the health workers, then the CHO, the nurses, there, most of them be there at the engagement. People then come out and say, now some of them tear than they encounter. Sometimes some man they say, if I go, where we go, because I don't get money, then go left me so at the crime in pain, and they consider the one who get money. And most of the time, that then they go happen, who go make they delay, who go na the labor, so tell who picking and go die. Some people in grumble say, one man even make mention say, if they work on a street, immediately woman they in labor, they decide for take this woman here for care and go na hospital. And once he reach at the hospital, they talk to the woman and say, do you account this woman? In fact, na money first they ask. They say if you pay 150, now I say, but this woman has street a meter. I'm not sabi and say, but I meter in labor. They say, and this you where you see and say if you go notice say you no get money, but then say give you money. They left the person first, pass what it and identify himself to them immediately. And that's when they rush and take the woman and do them. So they get reports them, what woman then, and then back the nurses them. Tell we say the patient, the pregnant woman there, no they go for antenatal. Okay. And one of the things I want to say is that if you as a pregnant woman not visit hospital, you forget a lot of complication in time of delivering. Because if you want for born, antenatal what it dey for? It dey for go tell you how the pregnancy they go, how you go for take care of her. When it's time for born, how you go for behave, waiting go for happen. Now in the antenatal they try for tell you. But you go, you say because me, I be done the born. I born last year, I no go hospital. This year back, if I no go hospital, I no get no problem. And at the end of the day, you no go hospital. So if you go, every pregnancy gets in different pattern where they create. Some pregnancy day you go born a commodity suffer. You know get why that. If you not take one medicine, if you no get problem. But some pregnancy in day you need for go to hospital, they need for check you. But the nurses they say most of the time we pregnant women there not they visit the antenatal clinic. And sometimes when you go to an antenatal clinic, one of the first thing what they do at the antenatal clinic now for teach you na first before they even try for go check how the baby lay down, the sound of the baby, how it position everything. So say most of the time the woman then they go after what that teaching they don't do. So they know they get the education. So if they even then are host, then get then they in labor, they don't know what to for do. Now it cause problem. But if you in a nutshell, the people then say the attitude of the nurses in the hospital is very much bad to them. In case, let's say if they go to hospital, then time don't reach for born. It's like when you talk say you dey allow the waiting a call. You go talk say but set him what now. Now we be sending for go get belle. Then they report that waiting a call there. Then they also talk say if you see them go and not get money, they know they attend to them. And sometimes then they try for talk say if it's one of the things we get as an issue, they say nurses they know the issue to them that card what they able for make for let them go take them birth certificate. But we not able for investigate that one until we investigate and now go have for no say yes not true. So there's some man complain and they. But the other thing what the nurses them back tell me, they say what it can make woman and can die now because where it can don't reach, like if you did at a distance in the region, like if you did at the remote areas, you did at then suburb them where they far from the PHUs or they far from the hospital, they can tell you say where you time don't reach for born, because they can tell you say you go born this time or this time. So within that time, the 2 weeks for let the time reach for born, then they ask the pregnant woman for now the very close to the PHU or also the hospital. He said, but some man can say, if I left me man, I would go sleep near me man. So some man can say they can prefer them with the man when the time reach for born, and that time they can say they put them in a hammock for care them go to the PHU. Sometimes they say they put them in a bike, they care them go to the PHU. But in as much as that can happen, the other thing where the people they complain, they say, we no get ambulances. Ambulances then become at first. They say, but who said the ambulance then they go? They know they see another region there. And at that they make most of the time, before the woman in the reach now the center, either the baby don't die or something else don't happen. Because ambulance not there for conveying them from the villages there to the PHU or the nearest hospital. So we get a lot of things so people can talk. And most of them, some of them will get for going to it and investigate and first before we able for say out there.
All right, we get the free healthcare policy, where of course you go out for Dobam as a human rights policy because they tell you say picking where they under 5, you know, for pay and freedom for 3 term, even belly woman and they already give Bobby. But as you mentioned earlier, yes, it don't happen and that they don't happen. If you not get money, they not go teach you. If you not get money, then go delay you. And if you not get money, you not go able to get drip and all them things and they outside and they left human rights we can't to the health business na the country.
Now human rights concern. As you say, the right to life na human rights concern. And the right to health also na human rights concern. The free health care gets challenged, but I get a categories of people the way it concern way it make mention of. I think why we within I may not be ever no safe now. Till they can manage somebody make mention of her. It get a concern. He say it get 5 areas where they look at. One, they look at persons with disability. They look at under 5 picking them. Then they also look at I think 3 issues. They are not remember everything. They say and if you know the categories of those things, you know the part of the free healthcare. But it gets a big challenge. One of the challenges what the people say that free healthcare is not operational. They say they operate na the own side them. Because they say when you go to hospital, no matter what you do, you must pay money. You must pay money. They say no matter what you do, they say you must pay money. But wouldn't they all carefully to an investigation for no? If indeed, then they pay money. And it happened to we. If we see then we will take her up. But the other thing again what the free healthcare gets, one of human rights concern is that these medicines they are so way we they say na free healthcare medicines. Most of the time, the people and say they can hold on to the medicines in the big towns. Before you reach to the small ones, some towns, the medicine could not reach to the time of expiring it. So until 2 months someone I expire. So until 1 month someone I expire. And a human rights concern. Because if you go give the wrong medicine or you give the medicine an expired medicine, what if it will do to the system? Either it damage you or it kill you or something else happen. So that means that right to health, that right to life, don't be tampered with. Okay. So it's a human rights concern. So all the challenges that what the free healthcare get is a concern to the Human Rights Commission and it's a concern to everybody where they deal with human rights, where they deal with free healthcare. So we ask that in as much as the people and they grumble, that's the one they were there in charge. They will buck up and come.
All right. As we wrap up now, the 16 days of activism they start today. Any plans?
Well, specifically, we not get a plan for the commission, but we dey go out as a commission for do with normal public education. But for say we get organized program, we not get them today, but we therefore go out for do with public education as a commission.
But how you feel say these 16 days of activism they drive policy change?
It gets in own way they change, because you know say 60 days of activism talk about holistically gender-based violence issue. Even though people are still adamant in the aspect of gender-based, especially in the aspect of domestic violence, people are still adamant. They still feel say na me right for beat me welfare and go scot-free. But it dey help because with we campaign, the campaign of people where they talk about them, it dey help for the